So the question is, am I an evil and cruel veterinarian if I refuse to treat an animal unless I get paid more or less straight away? Am I evil if I refuse to work for free or without a payment plan? Well, here's another side of the story. I'm Gunilla Peterson. I am an ER veterinarian in the UK, and I'm also a life coach for burned out veterinarians. But years ago, I used to own two veterinary practices in Spain, in southern Spain, in Malaga. This is like way back in the 2008, 2009. I started them up, and I was very young and very naive. I am Danish, and I was having a clinic in the Spanish Sun Coast. So it's like this big, story. Anyways, one of the clients that turned up one day was also Danish. She was a woman that had retired to the Spanish Sun Coast, and she already had, I think she had a little Chihuahua or something, and we kind of bonded because you're two expats in the same country, and she one day decided to rescue these puppies. I think she found them in a box somewhere. So these big, like, big breed bar brown puppies, long legs. You just know they're gonna be big puppies. And I can't remember, that was 6 or 8 of them or something. So we helped her. We started with the puppy vaccination. We started looking for homes for them. We wanted to help her. And somehow this lady's life just unraveled in a month and a bit. I don't know exactly what happened, whether she didn't get her pension from Denmark or what happened, or whether she had some mental health issues or addiction issues. I don't know, right? I can't remember exactly what happened. But somehow this woman became homeless overnight and she didn't have any money. And she decided to go and live on the beach with her Chihuahua and then all these puppies she had rescued. I didn't know about this because I didn't know her personally. I only knew her when she came into the clinic for, treatments for her dogs. And then somebody from the village told me that she was living on the beach, and then there was this huge thunderstorm. A big wave came and actually killed one of the puppies, and she was just like living in this makeshift tent. So I went down to the beach and found her, and I said, "Look, you can't live like this. What are you doing?" And I invited her into the clinic. Now, the clinic I owned at the time was on the beachfront, which is not as expensive as it may sound. It was not too bad that back then. And before that, it was a esthetician place. So we had actually a really nice bathroom with a shower. So I invited her in. She came in all like drenched, wet, cold. All the dog, like her dog, the puppies were all just drenched and cold. And I took them in and I let her have a shower, sort herself out. We gave her coffee and we said, let's have the dogs in our kennels. And it was quite a small clinic, right? So she took up basically all my hospital space for the dogs while you try and sort yourself out. And she said, well, I need to get the puppies back to Denmark. I need to try and rehome them. So let's microchip them, let's passport them. And I said, yes, let's do that. And she said, don't worry about it because the money is going to arrive from Denmark and I'll pay you at the end of the month. Okay, so we microchipped and did everything. And then she disappeared. And we were now stranded. When I say we, it's me, my business partner, and a nurse. We were stranded with, I think, 5 puppies were left. They're like a big breed, crossbreed brown puppies that had microchips, passports, vaccination. None of it was paid for. She also left bills for the Chihuahua because that had something to do with it as well. She never said thank you. She just disappeared and left us with a huge bill and 5 giant puppies to rehome. Now, as you may know, I decided to shut down my clinics. So this was the first clinic. This was one of the premises we shut down first. And I'm not saying this was the cause of it, but my finances and my faith in humanity took a huge burn from this episode. I wanted to help. I could not imagine letting her live on the street. I could not imagine not helping these puppies. But the extra work these puppies gave us and the lack of financing for these puppies between everything that we had done to them and all the food they needed with no help from others, we took a big hit. And there was another similar episode I had with a German Shepherd puppy that I started treating, giving the vaccinations, and then it got parvo, and over Christmas I just poured my whole soul and time and everything in to make this puppy live, and took it even home with me to try and get it to, get it through its parvo, and it destroyed the Christmas for me and my family. And the owner never paid either because the puppy died. So there's a few episodes like this that made me shut down one of the premises and try and focus more on just one clinic between me and the other vet. And I actually ended up locuming in the UK to try and bring some money in because then the financial crisis hit. Now, this is why a lot of vets will not work for free with the promise of getting paid later, because so many people they just don't pay us later, and then we are stranded with these bills because now we paid out meds, fluids, we have to keep the lights on, food, sometimes we get stranded with the bloody animals as well. Now what do you do? That's an extra cost, right? So I just want to show you the other side of the coin. So when people judge us and say that we're evil and cruel because we don't want to treat for free, this is the other side of it. These are, veterinarians or business owners that we, as an entrepreneur, we always struggle, right? Because you just do. And when you have owner after owner that let you down like this, it also makes you realize you have to set boundaries. I am also a much happier veterinarian now. I do set boundaries because I don't let anybody walk over me anymore. I don't let anybody pressurize me emotionally to do something I don't want to do. I am the most kind person I know, the most compassionate, and I will help anybody as far as I can, but I will not work for free, and this is why.